decolonization in general, as I understand it, and again, I'm no real expert in this area. I think it's the reason I've mentioned it is because it's something that is beginning to come up in discussions in France, which, by the way, is probably a little further behind compared to most English-speaking environments. Essentially, in this context, decolonization is about widening the range of voices that are included in their assessments of what the impacts of climate change are. So there's a tendency, especially in climate migration debates, to just assume that climate change will affect people in particular ways, usually that they will be forced to move away from where they live. So this is sort of the sinking island type narrative, this idea that this is sort of inevitable process that's in place, and that people in various locations around the world, on the coasts or near melting glaciers, will have to move. And then from that, we tend to then consider them as these passive victims of climate change, or even as threats, because it's then, there's this narrative that they're going to move and they're going to become sort of security problems for Western countries, which are already very worried about keeping people out. The whole colonial element of this is that in these narratives, all of the assumptions, all of the decision making about these people and these places that are quite far away from, in my case, people I study in France, are not being heard. We're not actually paying attention to what they really are experiencing, to what they really are thinking, to the decisions they want to make. And so in this context of climate migration debates, decolonization is really about ensuring that we step out of these sort of policy making circles, journalistic circles that have been repeating these problematic narratives, to really pay attention to what people really want to do, and ensuring that they have a voice in this process.